Hello fellow queens, it's your boy Isadora. In this video I'm gonna show you how I make and fucking the English language, brother, rough. I'm gonna show you how I make an Irish whiskey sweet potato casserole. For 15 people, even though I live in a studio apartment with a kitchenette, I have a 1-burner electric stove and I ain't got no oven. This is gonna be a disaster. If you wanna watch like a hot, beautiful woman who's very wealthy and has a full, beautiful kitchen make like truffle butter or something, there's thousands of those videos. This video is just a mess. Telling you. Because I have such a small kitchen, I had to actually clean all of my shit in my tiny ass little sink. If you're wondering why my sink is plastic, I live in Mexico. That explains it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Whatever. Alright, anyway. Like, comment, subscribe. My recipe is based on one I found online. Sorry, it's a Sunday morning. I went to the woman I'm dating's birthday party last night. I woke up hella hungover, and it's been a pure coffee for breakfast morning. Oh, also I cleaned out my air fryer to make this, because you'll see, it's like 4 batches worth in an air fryer. I dumped out the oil first, I soaked it for a while. I know there's a lot of memes about like dumping oil down your sink when you rent. Like, as long as you're still living there, that fucks with you too, you know? Just putting out there. So while my air fryer was soaking, I decided to do a little bit of like exercise. I'll link my like exercise playlist below and shit. I've been really into it. This was just me warming up for it. Again, like, if you're fat, it doesn't preclude you from like trying to work out, trying to get stronger. You don't like the Pilates, princess, whatever. Dude, I'm a 50-year-old man, all right? Like, you think I give a shit about that? Nope. Yeah, this is my channel. I was looking for my workout playlist. You should check it out. I've been really, really loving, actually, especially the seated upper body workouts by this dude I'm gonna show you here, Samuel Jordan. I recovered from like months of agonizing sciatica, so I've been getting into working out slowly. I actually started with 2-pound weights, and now I'm up to 3 pounds, jacked as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, this is like a Thanksgiving Day vlog. Yeah. So, what I did, his shit's starting to get a little easy for me, so I extended 10 seconds past the rest time, and that's why you see me struggling. Again, like, you don't have to look like a Nazi propaganda poster to enjoy working out, and, yeah, we getting strong as shit. Then after I worked out, I showered, and I did my little red light therapy, and I watched some more YouTube videos. You can see I'm a bitch who loves animal print for real, okay? Damn, just looking at this, my side fat is like escaping my sports bra, but maybe I shouldn't have even have mentioned it. Maybe like, no, people would have noticed. Whatever. Yeah, so anyway, I've spent a lot of Thanksgivings and like holidays alone in general. I've lived a very chaotic and weird life. I've traveled a lot, and for this Thanksgiving, I was invited to a Friendsgiving with like 15 people. So, this was all Thanksgiving Day. It pretty much took me 6 hours to make this fucking casserole. Again, I'll link the recipe that I based it off of below, but I did some shit they tell you not to do. I always gotta season shit up more. Now, in my sweet potato casserole, I use pecans. If you're allergic to pecans, I recommend switching them out with marshmallows. Again, I'm not allergic to nuts, so cool for me. But yeah, you can just sub in marshmallows and it'll have like, it just makes it sweeter and less crunchy. I prefer more savory and more crunchy. Now, these were the biggest sweet potatoes I have ever seen in my entire life. Again, you might be thinking like, why do you have 25 pounds of sweet potatoes? Again, I was preparing this for like 15 people. And also, I invited the woman I'm dating to Thanksgiving, So, like, I wanted it to be extra good because I want her to be impressed with my incredible skills, because we know she's not impressed with how beautiful I am. So, like, I have to actually be good at something. That's just real. I'm not looking for, like, I'm not compliment fishing. I know the business. Anyway, so first cut, this was half of the sweet potatoes, okay? And, it took, like, over an hour or so. I think I spent 2 hours just, like, trying to boil the potatoes. So, again, like, it did take, like, 6 hours in total. But for a lot of it, I was just, like, waiting for shit to boil. I had to cook the final mixture in my air fryer in batches. So, it just took a long time, but it was totally worth it. People really, really enjoyed it. So unfortunately, there were 2 people who were, like, keto at the Thanksgiving, and 1 or 2 people who were allergic to nuts. So, like, not as much of this got eaten as I would have hoped, but the woman I'm dating was super happy to take home, like, a kilo of sweet potato casserole with her. So, as long as she liked it, that's all I care about. Like, fuck all y'all. That's my wife. Yeah. So yeah, just testing them with a fork after they'd been boiled. And again, this was just half of the batch, so there was still another one. Because I have such little space, I'll have, like, these tinfoil trays around, and I'll use them to, like, mix things. Again, usually while I do have a pretty spare kitchen, it's totally fine for one person. I think this is the only time in the past, like, 3 years or 4 years I've cooked for 15 people. So, ooh, again, you can make it work if you believe in yourself. Again, I will succeed because I am crazy. Real shit. Now, you'll notice over time, my house becomes increasingly fucked up, and it's just because, like, I don't have a lot of space, man. So, yeah, while the second batch was boiling, I paused for lunch. This was just a little bit of, pesto and turkey pasta salad. Shout out to my best friend for bringing me those beautiful flowers. I've been going through some family shit, having, like, a rough week. Does anybody else feel like around the holiday season, like, your family explodes every year for some reason? Anyway, yeah, so I was having a really hard time. I burst into tears on the phone, and she brought me those beautiful flowers. So thanks, bestie. Yeah, so when you make sweet potato casserole, you can either, like, choose to leave the skin on or leave it off. I like to leave a little bit of the skin on because it's where a lot of the nutrients are. But, so I'll always take the skin off about half of my sweet potatoes. Now, you're probably saying, why didn't you just peel them before you cook them? I don't have a vegetable peeler. Again, the theme of this video is, like, I don't have a lot of things you need for, like, intensive holiday cooking. Like, gotta be honest with you, I just had a coffee for breakfast, and that's, like, a very usual breakfast for me these days. Like, I'm not, like, Gordon fucking Ramsay, alright? So, yeah, I peeled the skin off of, like, about half of the potatoes while the other ones were boiling. You'll notice, like, when you have a really small space, you kind of gotta make use of the time. So, like, while the first batch was boiling, I ate lunch, and gave these boys a little time to cool. Then while the second batch is cooking, I'm peeling the first batch. Then actually what I'm gonna do is, like, I don't like to throw things away because I fucking paid for it. First of all, okay? So, I saved all, like, the skin in little bits, and I'm probably gonna fry them up in my air fryer with some oil and ranch seasoning later. I haven't done it yet. It's been a couple days. It was just a crazy weekend, like, I had the Friendsgiving. One day, on Saturday, I was completely laid up with a fucking migraine. Then I had to go to the woman I'm dating's, like, birthday party, and it took me, like, 40 minutes to, like, cross the city to get there and shit. So yeah, but I'm finally doing this voiceover. Oh, also, if you are watching this and you also watch my, like, Fart Notes interview with the vampire series, I did make, like, a community tab post about this, but I fucking realized that somehow I, like, deleted. So I filmed a whole video, somehow I deleted it, and I reposted the footage of my Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein review under the title of a chapter of Fart Notes. I don't know how I fucked that up. It does sound like me, though. I'm a disaster. Welcome. So I actually deleted that whole fucked up video, and when this voiceover is done and this is posted, I'm gonna fucking refilm, I think it's part 1, section 3 of Fart Notes Interview with a Vampire for y'all, like, yeah, because that video, like, it was unusual, like, so I'm a small channel, but, like, you know, I have, like, semi-regular commenters, and, like, I'd say on average people watch about, like, half of my videos. Literally, on that episode of Fart Notes, people were clicking on it and clicking off, so I was like, am I uglier than usual? Like, what's going on? So, I decided to rewatch it, and I was like, oh shit, this is just the Frankenstein review. So, sorry, y'all, I'm an idiot. Here now, I was kind of reverse engineering the recipe because I just decided to use up whatever I had instead of directly following it. I think it called for, like, 6.5 cups of potatoes or 6 cups. I was just seeing how many cups of potatoes I had so I could, like, scale up the rest of the measurements, which ended up being a waste of time because, like, I don't believe in numbers, you know, no church in the wild, no gods, no masters, no numerals. Yeah. Big fan of Arabic food and architecture and fashion. Not a big fan of their numerals, dog. Yeah, no, I was spraying sweet potato everywhere. Shit's so hard when you have no space to do anything. The recipe said you're like, why are you using a tiny fork? I don't have a potato masher, man. I don't have a lot of shit. You can make it work with what you have. Like, don't let rich people on the internet make you feel like you need a gadget to, like, hold your dick while you pee. Again, some people genuinely need that, okay? Like, physical limitations are real for all kinds of reasons. But if you can hold your own dick, don't let somebody online convince you that you need, like, a device for it. You know what I'm saying? I support if you need a device to hold your dick, I 100% support you getting that device, but, like, don't let people convince you to buy shit that you don't need. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real man, clearly. I'm the true arbiter of masculinity. Suck on that, Jordan Peterson. I believe my voice is lower than his, because I probably make, like, I have PCOS, so I probably genuinely make more, male hormones than him, probably. My beard is thick as fuck. I got... yeah, one day I hope I can be like Gandalf. Oh, this is a whiskey. So, this is an Irish whiskey casserole. I added, the recipe called for, like, butter, whiskey, brown sugar, like, cinnamon and nutmeg. I also added salt and vanilla. And that's Kerrygold Irish butter. Like, you know I was fucking serious. Because I literally never buy fancy butter ever. Even though it's, like, my one true love. I don't even eat that much butter in, like, my daily life. Like, I don't think I have butter in the fridge right now, and, like, I wouldn't notice, you know what I mean? Yeah, then we got the vanilla. We got, I believe that's, yeah, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and my container of salt. Yeah, and I just poured all that shit in there. Again, like, the recipe tells you measurements. I'm like, I don't believe in numbers. I probably got mad dyscalculia, so, like, I pretend that I'm, like, above numbers, but it's genuinely because my brain can't comprehend them, and I'm just, like, purely coping, dog, you know? It's hard being a fucking idiot. Like, I wish I was the kind of idiot where it was, like, easy to be a fucking idiot. Because I feel like some of y'all have, like, never had a thought before, and I'm genuinely envious of your experience. But yeah, I'm, like, just stupid enough to know that I'm fucking stupid. Like, I think the real, like, Zen shit is when you're so dumb you have no idea that you're dumb. That's gotta be, like, fucking top, bro. But yeah, then I just mixed that giant fucking tub of potatoes together with my little ass fork. Again, like, if you really believe in yourself, you can make it work. It's that Protestant work ethic shit. Disgusting. Actually, I don't agree with that. I'm pretty sure I ended up just, like, pouring, like, half a bottle of whiskey into this thing. Because, yeah, I'm not... fuck Protestants and everything they stand for. Like, the woman I'm dating's Mexican, and I warned her when I invited her to this Thanksgiving that, like, some of the people might be wasps, so their food might not be good. 0-10. Wasps. Disgusting. Yeah, she's, yeah, because I feel like to a lot of Mexicans, like, all white people are the same. The woman I'm dating has been very interested to learn of, like, the different cultures amongst the white people and how, like, a lot of people would not consider me white. And she was like, what the fuck? You're the palest person I've ever seen. I was like, yeah, white people be crazy like that. Yeah, so I think all that potato mixture I cooked in 4 batches in my air fryer. And then I put it all in a pot with a lid. Yeah, because I was like, I gotta transport this, like, across the fucking city in rush hour. So we need it to be, like, contained. Yeah, you see, that's how you know that shit's fucking good. I'm doing whatever that hand thing is. Alright, then it was time to prepare, now the recipe doesn't say to do this. At this point, I completely abandoned the recipe, and I was like, I'm gonna do as many pecans as I want, and I'm gonna spice them up how I want. You'll see I get a little funky with it. But, yeah, so what I really like to do in a sweet potato casserole for more texture is to mix some nuts, like, into the casserole itself, and then top it with nuts. Yeah, I got, like, the big bag of nuts from Costco. Again, oh, that's the last of my Irish butter. R.I.P. King. I'll never buy you again. That shit's so expensive in Mexico, dog. Like, oy vey. But no, I was actually really happy. I'll include some footage at the end of this, like, of the Thanksgiving. Everybody threw down. It was incredible. It was like, just like a beautiful group of people from, like, all over the world. Like, the woman I'm dating got to have her first Thanksgiving, like, in, like, the real, like, throwdown style, you know. One of our friends, she has, like, family from West Africa. I think she made, like, a type of, like, West African rice. It was super fucking dope. Like, it was just a beautiful evening. One of my friends, he performed, like, accordion music, and, like, he sang in, like, 3 or 4 languages. Like, it was, like, the best Thanksgiving I've ever had in my life. Like, I just felt so loved, and, like, again, like, did it take me 6 hours to make all this? And, like, was it a pain in the ass to do it because I have no oven? Yeah, it was terrible. But, like, would I do it again? And, like, was I happy to participate and, like, be part of this night and, like, share it with the woman I'm dating and, like, all of my friends? And, it was the first time a lot of my friends met her, too. Like, I know something a lot of people do when they date is, like, if their friends hate their partner, like, they don't care. And for me, it's very, very important to see, like, how the person I'm dating, like, if we're at a restaurant, like, how do they treat the staff? How do they treat my friends? Like, how does everybody vibe? Because, like, if somebody is very nice to you, but very shitty to everybody else, that's a huge red flag. Like, they're just trying to manipulate you, and it's only a matter of time before they're shitty to you. Oh, yeah, you know, I put Kashmiri chili powder, and I poured some whiskey in those fucking pecans, brother. I love Kashmiri chili. Now, again, like, I'm a really big fan of, like, chili in general. I love, like, a lot of the ones that are in Mexico, but there's just something that hits different about that, like, Kashmiri chili powder. Like, that's a real staple for me. I'd say, like, of all the kinds of, like, peppers that I have in my kitchen, I would say I always want to have, like, Hungarian paprika. I always want to have Kashmiri chili. I always want to have, like, Aleppo pepper. And I always want to have, like, some kind of, like, Cajun seasoning. I always need to have, like, some kind of mole paste from, like, the mercado. Right now I have some pasta de mole almendrado. Like, we keep it nice and delicious in here. But yeah, look at those, like, beautiful nuts. Like, look how beautiful my nuts are. I don't think anybody has ever beheld nuts such as these before. If you did, lie to me about it. Actually, if you got this far, put like some nut emoji. Just comment nut. Or put some nut emojis. Yeah, this is just my salt that I keep by my stove. And, you know, you taste as you go. Like, that's something I really gotta advocate for when you're cooking. Like, sure, like, you have a recipe, but, like, the person who wrote that recipe, like, they don't fucking know you. They don't know what you like. They don't know what you're about. Maybe they don't know the business. So, like, focus less on following a recipe perfectly and focus more on tasting it and being like, does this fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, food is very, very important to me, both as, like, a fat bitch who clearly loves food a lot. Also, I think, like, the beautiful mixing of, like, cultures that you can do through food just, like, so easily by, like, knowing the history of a spice you're using and, like, throwing it in, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can really, like, connect people, like, to a culture, to a place. Like, a lot of people outside the US think that American food is just, like, McDonald's and some dumb bullshit. Like, absolutely not. Like, I will make you a gumbo, I will put it in your fucking mouth, and you're gonna shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Unless you're chewing on this gumbo. Actually, you should always close your mouth when you're chewing. Anyway, I put some, once the nuts, like, tasted satisfactorily to my incredibly advanced palate, I mixed the whole fucking, like, chingo de nueces in that motherfucker. A la madre, a la madre, a la madre, a la madre. You know? And, yeah. Again, what's really cool is, like, a lot of the people I was cooking for, like, they've lived, like, all over the world. They're actually, like, a bunch of Mexican people, like, at the Thanksgiving, too. So, like, I felt comfortable mixing, like, sweet and spicy and making things the way that, like, I would like them. Like, probably, like, somebody's Midwestern mom would take a bite of this and die. But I embrace death in this house. I love flavor! Ooh. Damn. So initially I had an hour and a half of footage for this Thanksgiving vlog, and it took me like days to cut it down to 25 minutes. So yeah, I'm struggling. I went out for the woman I'm dating's birthday last night. I got a little drunk, and I'm still I don't know, like, the day after you have a migraine, like, don't go out drinking. Like, don't do what I do. You know, I'm just a huge, dumb slut all the time. But I make good-ass food. Like, look at that. You don't think that's the sexiest fucking thing you've ever seen? Like, But yeah, and then I got some of the, like, melted butter and shit in there, because, like, fat is flavor. That's why I'm zesty. I believe some people say zesty is also gay, which is accurate for me in, like, los dos sentidos. Oh man, I respect Mexican people so much. Last night at the party I was at, I was the only gringo, and they played spin the bottle, but if the bottle landed on you, you had to, like, share chisme, so you had to, like, tell somebody, like, a story about, like, fucked up shit that happened to you. I love Mexicans. I love Mexico. I'm so glad I live here. I think I'm gonna ask the woman I'm dating to be my girlfriend soon. We've been going out for like 3 months or 4 months, so yeah, pray for me. I'm scared to share emotions. But I think we're coming up on the end, and I don't want to talk over like the Thanksgiving shit. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Here's video of the Thanksgiving.
This is your first one from the room.
This is crazy. Everybody, like, went off.
Everybody went off.
They did.
Wait, is there not?
It looks easy too, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have that shit in my house right now.
Oh, yeah, because you're, like, the savory, like...
I don't have any dill, though.
We could get it out to Andy's. That dude always... I remember the name. Oh, yeah,
Yo sé que no hay en el mundo amor como el que me das, y sé que noche con noche va creciendo más y más, y sé que noche con noche